Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee. My name is Derek Wolf, and today we're going to be cooking over fire. All right, so today we got a awesome steak quesadilla that we're gonna be cooking up. I got this beautiful skirt steak over from Butcher Shop. We're gonna be seasoning it with Spiceology's salt, pepper, and garlic with a little bit of oil. Cooking that over the fire, we're gonna slice that up, and then we're gonna start making our quesadilla. I have a awesome set of flour tortillas. We're gonna add some cheese, a little bit of chopped up jalapeno, some red onion, and a little bit of cilantro. Mix that all in together. We're also gonna top it off with a really awesome mayo sauce. We're making it with chipotle puree. We actually blended up some pickled jalapenos with a little bit of pickle juice as well, because that's the key to everything. And then we're gonna add in a little bit of lime juice. All right, let's get to it. All right, so we're gonna start by taking this beautiful long skirt steak and separating it into two sections. I'm gonna slice it right in the middle, making them into two separate 12 to 16 inch sections, lathering it with some canola oil. I really like that high smoke point of canola oil for this cook. And we're gonna start seasoning it with that SPG from Spiceology. Once we get it on all sides, we're gonna cook it over the fire at about 400 degrees, cooking it for about 3 to 4 minutes per side until it's really 120 internal. Once you are done cooking these skirt steaks, we're actually gonna pull them off and let them rest for about 8 to 10 minutes. This is gonna help redistribute that flavor back into the meat and get them super juicy and tender. Then we're gonna slice into them. For making really good skirt steak, we gotta slice them right. We're gonna start by making 2 to 3 inch sections, going with the grain, rotating at 90 degrees and slicing against the grain. This is gonna make short muscle fibers just like that and make them really tender to bite into. Next, we're gonna get on this spicy, zesty, and tangy mayo grind. Starting with some mayo and sour cream, we're gonna mix that together with some chipotle puree and the pickled jalapeno with pickled juice that we blended together, along with some lime juice. Mix that all together. Make sure it is mixed really well. We wanna make sure that it's very creamy and delicious. Once you're done mixing that together, we're gonna place that in the fridge and set it aside until we're ready to use. All right, now let's start making the steak quesadilla. Cleaning off our grill grate, we're gonna place on the cast iron skillet, adding some canola oil and shredded cheese, cooking that for about 30 seconds. Top that with a tortilla, and we're gonna let that sit until it caramelizes. Once it's caramelized, we're gonna carefully flip it over, adding a little bit more shredded cheese on the cast iron so we can flip the tortilla onto that. Next, we're gonna start building the quesadilla. We're gonna add a little bit more shredded cheese, making sure that it's super gooey and cheesy. Next, we're gonna take a handful of that chopped steak, placing it over the top of the cheese. We're gonna make sure it gets everywhere on that quesadilla, taking some finely chopped red onions. We're also gonna make sure that it gets everywhere on that quesadilla. And then we're gonna take the chopped jalapeno and the chopped cilantro, adding it on top as well. Building this, you can add really whatever you like into the actual quesadilla. I just highly recommend adding the steak and the cheese. Next, let's get that mayo out of the fridge and we're gonna place that all over the topping of this quesadilla. This is one of my secret ingredients for getting a really juicy and cheesy quesadilla. After it's cooked and caramelized for just a couple more minutes, we're gonna fold it on top of itself. So carefully taking your spatula, you're gonna fold the empty side of the quesadilla onto the full side and press it down firmly, making sure that it crisps up really well. Once it is fully cooked, we're gonna pull this guy off, let it rest for about a minute so you don't burn your tongue while you're eating into it. We're gonna slice into these guys. I like cutting them up into 4 equally-ish sized portions, but you're more than welcome to slice them up however you like. We made a bunch of quesadillas, so make sure that you have extra ingredients so you can feed the whole family and friends. Once they're all sliced up, let's dive right in. Look at these gooey, delicious steak quesadillas. They are so much fun to cook over the fire. Honestly, super simple recipe to do at home. You can also do it on your stove if that's all you got. We're gonna take a bite of this guy. Oh, cheesy, delicious, 10 out of 10. All right guys, this was such a fun recipe to make in your backyard. Cheesy steak quesadillas, super simple. Go and hit that subscribe button. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok, follow the freaking blog, I don't even care. While you're at it, make sure you get this whole recipe. It should be in the bio in the caption below. All right, cheers.